Hello, welcome back to another episode of Around the Ball podcast. My name is Claudia Maté.
And my name is Nieves, and today we're going to talk about why there are less African American people on the baseball team and the softball team.
Edward Waters University is an HBCU, but right now there are less than 10% African American people on the softball and baseball teams. So, Jeremy, you as a baseball player, why do you think this is happening?
So for me, I think it's not because of the school. Like, yes, we don't have the best facility yet, but year after year we're progressing on that. But I think that baseball is more like a Hispanic sport. If you go to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Mexico, you're gonna see that everything is about baseball. So me being Puerto Rican, I can say that we always like try to get to another step, and that step can be college baseball, professional baseball, and we are working hard to get there. So that's what I think is not because of the school program. It's more like a Hispanic sport.
Yeah, I agree with you. And other example will be soccer. For example, in my team, 4 years ago, it was like 80% African American people, and now it's like 20%. And the majority of us are from Europe. And I think it's because the culture in Europe, the main sport is soccer. And I think it's just because of that.
So let's see what the baseball team and the softball team thinks about this situation.
Hello, here we are with Laura Ska.
Here we are with Hugo Shawnee, a first baseman for the Edward Waters University Tigers.
Here we are with Brooke Rice.
Here we are with Aiden Rice. He's an outfielder for the baseball team. So, do you think that it's because of the program or because there's no many African American players as were before?
I wouldn't blame the program, no, fully. I think there are a lot of other reasons as to why maybe African Americans wouldn't really want to come here.
I think it's definitely the amount of African Americans playing baseball. I think it's gone down, not because that they're not qualified. There's plenty of good major league players that are African American, but I feel like a lot of people are drawn to either football or basketball because baseball seemed kind of as like a predominantly white sport. So I feel like that's the reason why.
I think it's honestly because of the program, we don't have enough money or facilities that no one wants to come here, honestly.
I think there's less African Americans in this program just because of, there's a lack of facilities in some aspects, and then if they're like having success in other sports, they've chosen to pursue those sports at different schools or at this school, so they're not coming into the baseball program specifically.
This is the EW Nest Student Athletic Awareness Room. Let's take a look. If you feel stressed or you want to take a relaxing nap, try this chair. It got massage too.
You can also come here to try relaxing activities like this book. If you feel anxious and you need your space, you can come to this room where you can find fidget toys, the massage chair, a noise machine, also coloring books, and it's inspiring the nature, so it's pretty relaxing.
Yes, this room was made to help your anxiety and stress or your mental health. I think this is a pretty good room to come and relax.
Yeah, you can find it on the second floor of the Asan Jenkins building. So come, check it out and relax yourself. So why do you think there are fewer African American players in the softball and baseball programs?
I personally believe, obviously you see it a lot with the softball and baseball team, but even with like a lot of other teams and our school in general, as someone who has played a lot of other HBCUs and talking to other players, a lot of it has to do with just our school in general. I don't know if you can see behind me, but our facilities aren't the best. Our dorms for freshmen, Salter is not the best. And even our administration, they seem to lack a lot of things that I think that we need as athletes. And in turn, a lot of athletes don't want to come here. There are plenty of other state-of-the-art HBCUs all around us, maybe not directly here in Jacksonville, but everywhere else. And this is what we have to offer. So I think that that's probably one of the biggest reasons as to why.
So you think it's not about the African American people, so it's about the university itself?
Yeah, I'm speaking to even my friends, they're like, we don't want to go there. It's not a very good school to go to. I mean, we're not exactly known for our academics, not exactly known for our staff. No offense, like so. I mean, I think honestly that's just like the biggest reason is the school itself.
I think honestly, ever since we switched to Division Two, a lot of players are wanting to come to D2s, and some of the better players are going to Division One, with some of them coming to D2. I think that the coaching staffs on softball and baseball are both trying to recruit better players, and sometimes the African American players that are better either want to go to like big names like Jackson State, Alabama A&M. So I think that's mainly one of the reasons.
Honestly, I think it's solely on the university. I think it does not give the good experience that they want compared to Clark University, Albany University, Savannah State, and the rest of them. But yeah, I think it's the experience. I think other people want to go to a different university because it gives them a different HBCU experience. That's why a lot of people have turned us down at a softball program because they say they want to go to Albany or Savannah State or Fort Valley because there's way better things and they offer way more better things and facilities over there.
Well, here it's just geographically there's just a lot of schools and high schools with a lot of white kids or Hispanic kids, so they're kind of like filtering into the school. And then also, baseball is just a heavily Hispanic-dominated sport, so a lot of them are coming into the school to help out the program. So I think that's why there's less African Americans.
So, what made you come to play to an HBCU, and was it what you expected?
So initially, I played my freshman year in North Carolina. I didn't care for it. I was looking for another school to go to, and my friend Gracie Mejia, she's Hispanic, she reached out and was like, "Hey, we're looking for a catcher, we're looking for an athlete." So I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's go try it. So I came out here. I didn't visit. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and honestly, like, I've loved it here. I mean, I like the culture. I like the community. I like my friends and my classes and my professors. So, like, I think, honestly, even though we don't have a lot to offer, like I said, I like it here, and I wouldn't change a thing. I've learned a lot.
So out of high school, I only had a few offers. This was my only 4-year offer, so I really wanted to go somewhere where I was welcome for 4 years. It didn't really bother me that it was an HBCU. I mean, I kind of looked up the culture and whatnot before I came here. Honestly, ever since I've been here, it's been a beautiful experience. I enjoy everything about it.
It is home from Jacksonville, Florida, so I did want to come here. And I just came in here thinking that I could change this program. And I think we have me, Kyla Gardner, and Jemiah Holmes. We all three have since freshman year. It is what I expected. It is really fun. I love the experience I've had here, but it has came up since I've been here.
I decided to come to HBCU because I'm from Jacksonville, so it was easy to live at home and stay with my parents. And then, I mean, it is pretty much what I expected. So, yeah.
Where are we?
We are in the 7C Nearby Fitness and Wellness Center
And what did you bring me here?
because here you can lift, you can do conditioning, you can do mobility, or whatever exercise that you want.
Yes, but the problem is that every time I do exercise, I get super sore.
Don't worry, we got ice baths in the back, so you have no excuses. Want to take a look?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so what do you think HBCU like EW can do to recruit more African American people to this program?
I think that they could honestly cater more to the programs. I know personally the softball program isn't given a lot compared to a lot of other sports. And so even our facilities, I mean, we have a batting cage on top of a middle school stage. They really could invest more time and money and effort into this program. There are a lot of things that need to be done. And if they want to have athletes, they need to do that. So they could do that, but we'll see.
I think definitely when they're coming to recruit here, they need to include some of the heritage and tradition. Like Edward Waters is a very old institution, so I feel like including that into the recruiting visits, like they were old school, a lot of heritage and cultures here. So I think just kind of introducing that to people because, like me personally, when I first came here, I didn't really know the culture or the heritage of Edward Waters. So I think including that when people come to visit here would definitely be the main way.
Honestly, I think it just all goes back to having more money and giving more into their student athletes. I think they gave way more into basketball and football, which is understandable. That's our money sports. But as softball and baseball, we do get the short end of the stick and less money. So when people come here or they spend their first year here, they realize how much they give to us, and it's not a lot, or they take away a lot from us. And we don't have that much facilities, or like softball, we don't have our own field. So I think that's a big takeaway. And everybody's like, I don't want to come here. I'd rather go somewhere else where they can get the full experience of softball and baseball and the HBC experience.
So I think first would just be, trying to improve the facilities that we have here, because everybody wants to have a nice batting cage, a nice field. So like the steps that we're taking so far are pretty nice with the new field and stuff. So if they just continue to do that and continue to improve the program, I think it'll help bring in some players like that.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, guys, this is all we got from Hugh Shoney. Thank you for your time.
Coach Jeremy.
So thank you so much for
You're
your
welcome.
time.
Thank
and
you.
for being here.
Guys, that's all we got from Aiden Rice. Thank you for your time, Aiden.